This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerecio.
I'm your host, who's pumped to fight a living shadow, Dave Spades.
This episode is our weekly anime review. Sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Weekly anime review.
We are back.
We say this like every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Hey, man, life gets busy this time of year and all that stuff. We're hopefully going to a lull soon, though.
Yeah, hopefully everything slows down.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice. Holiday season's all that, all done and stuff. It's be interesting.
Yeah, no hospital stuff.
No hospital stuff, yes, yeah. It was an eventful end of the year.
Yes, but we're back. Let's do it. We've got a bunch of anime. Ton of anime. What, one... Two, three, five.
Five anime. That's nuts for us.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good ones to talk about.
A lot of fire came out.
So let's hop it right into it. I think the anime that's going to be at the top of this order for the rest of the time is Solo Leveling Season
2. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
this show rocks.
This show is nutty. This what you said. You're telling me these were like these first 2 episodes were the movie in theaters, or like okay. I'm very glad I didn't go to the theaters to see this at all. No, yeah. But holy moly, are they making Jin out to be like some friggin' badass knife boy. I think my favorite part of the episode was just like when he's about to fight the elves and he just unleashes his army skill. Yeah. And it was just like, this is one of those broken skills I've ever seen, and I'm here for it.
It is super broken.
It might be his strongest skill.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah.
It pulls out egress. What I love, at least what I'm loving from the show is like, you thought like the fight with Egress is like awesome. It is awesome. You don't think it's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Yeah, it is pretty fire.
But you think Egress is just going to be like this captured shadow, but Egress has a personality.
That's what I love,
and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I like how the boss, like, I mean, technically all of them have personalities, but like the bosses are the ones that show it. And Iron is what it's called. Yeah, Iron is dope. The fusion, I think, between the bear and the guy. Well, it was just a guy, and he was way weaker.
That guy sucks anyways.
That guy sucked. That guy was useless.
That guy wanted all of them to die. He was mad they were alive.
Yeah, he was really pissed they were alive.
He was going to kill them because they lived.
Dude, the world they live in is so fucked up. Like,
it's like the first like kind of world you've seen where like it's like people. It shows you why it's like superpowers are bad sometimes. Yeah, it's because like if bad people get superpowers, what do you do?
Yeah,
like when they're so strong, because it's just like
it's like not much, nothing else you can do. You really hope there's a good guy out there. That can help
it's
you.
Like that does exist in comic books, obviously, and everything. That there's bad supervillains and all this kind of stuff. But like in the real world, you'll get like maybe a few people who would be like, "I'll stand up to that person." Yeah. That's what they're showing. Like obviously in the comic book world, there's like Superman and Batman and all these people with like the best morals ever and everything like that. In this world, they're like most people are in it for money.
Yeah, well, there's like a handful of S ranks out there that could actually like do anything or even want to do anything.
I can't wait to see when that guy does fight. The guy who was going after Jinwoo.
Yeah, the bad guy.
Whatever his name is, I don't know his name. Whatever, who was in America, because
he got pretty much banished there.
Banished there, and I can't wait to see them fight. That's gonna be epic.
That is going to be absolute fire. The other S ranker that stopped him, like with his white hair and his guys, like this guy is whoever wrote this, because whoever wrote this is just they know how to do power so well, like so well. That when that guy's hair went white and everything, I was like,
cool. And then when they went to go to punch each other and the one guy blocked it.
Yeah.
And he's like, the guy's like, you're lucky I held back at the last second. I was like, how strong is this guy?
I know.
That he just blocked 2 S rank guys. I know they probably held back a little because their reflexes are probably ridiculous.
He's probably an A ranker or something like that.
Or who knows?
Or maybe he's a low S ranker.
Maybe he's part of it all.
Maybe.
There's going to be another one, right? There's got to be another one that shows up.
What, another S ranker?
No, eventually there's got to be. Like, well, I don't know, because not an S ranker, like Jinwoo type person.
Oh, you think like another player?
Nah, maybe not.
I think he might be the only player in the game.
It's one of those things
that's like... It's called solo leveling.
That is a good point. That is a good point. That definitely not. I was just thinking, because like you think they... But you know, I think that would be kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things, like... I was thinking about this the other day. I think solo leveling... Or like... I think it might be ending soon or something. Or the manga might be ending soon. Or like there's not much left of the manga or something like that. And I'm always like, oh man, why are all these things ending so short? They're ending at normal speeds. Some books are only 2 books long.
That's true. That's so true.
Like, not everything is Naruto and One Piece.
I know.
Or like,
Wish.
Black Clover, like 200 episodes. Like,
Good old Black Clover.
It's not like that. Like most things, like they're gonna tell like sometimes books are just a book.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Sometimes mangas, like Fire Force, I looked up, it's like 36 volumes.
Okay.
It's gonna have 4 seasons.
Okay.
And it's like one of those. It's
the third season was gonna be its last one.
Third season, sorry. I was thinking the word finale, and they only have 3 seasons.
Okay.
So like, it's like sometimes it's just like the guys. I'm not gonna write 500 chapters for everything. So, but anyways, and I think Soul Leveling would do just if like it does seem like it'd be better if it was a shorter show.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's one of those ones where it's like keep the story concise and the action good, and you'll be fine. Like it's one,
Same thing with JJK.
Like I just feel like filler in it's kind of useless, you know.
But this episode was awesome. It was pretty much the elf fight, which was really cool, and the elf glitching, which is very interesting.
I'm very curious about what's going on with that because that's just like that the system shutting him down. Mm-hmm. So it's like what in the so they're told that all the creatures, intelligent or not, are told to kill humans like constantly. So, but then when they start talking about that, the game imposes restrictions on them. Or the system imposes restrictions on them. So it's like, I'm very confused.
I'm so confused as to what, and this is a good thing, what it is.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the ending, it looks like a Hall of Gods.
True. Or it looks like that. Remember last season, the ending there. He was like looked like he was almost in a mental ward.
Is he? Oh, well, he better not be crazy the entire time.
I'm worried that's what it is. Because this one also has that sort of. Like, he's going down halls and
would be terrible.
Yeah.
The show would still be good. The ending would be awful. I hate they were crazy the entire time.
Yeah.
Shutter Island, it was good.
Yeah.
Because it was like a whole experiment to get him to not be crazy, and at the end he's like, you find out he's a patient the entire time. I was like, ooh, that one saw me. And then, of course, like someone's like, I saw it coming. It's like, okay. Anyways.
Okay, man. Good for you. Anyways.
But that's a good point.
Or like, not even as a crazy person. It just looks like he's in like a facility. Like, so maybe he like, once again, I'm still standing on this is some sort of video game VR thing going on or something like that.
Oh, like he's plugged into like a video game?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
And then it's like he's like kind of gets like matrixed out or something like that.
Maybe something like that. I could be totally wrong. It could just be the world, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that'd be kind of interesting.
The system thing's throwing me off. Like,
it does. The problem with the system thing is that like everyone doesn't know about it. Literally, no one knows about it but him.
NPCs are getting rewritten now.
NPCs are getting rewritten. They seem like they're honestly kind of alive almost.
Yeah.
Like they almost have like that was like the elves ones were like insanely intelligent.
Yeah.
The one he was talking to was like super intelligent.
Yeah, 100%.
And it looks like he's being forced to like they're being forced to kill humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So like, I don't know. I'm very curious. I need to know the whole thing.
Also, when Jinwoo was like, he's like, it's gonna be tough to take this down even with me and Eager. So I was like. Freaking tough is this thing? It was awesome. The elf was super cool. The aggro thing was so awesome.
I did love that.
Aggro's so cool.
Yeah, it's the best. It's one of the best tanker moves you could possibly do. So much fun. Like Iron's aggro was fantastic.
And then I did like that one S rank, the lion guy, who you immediately knew he's just one of those anime characters. Like when he like started talking, I was like, oh, this is actually you're gonna be really strong, but super noble and honorable. Yes. And of course he was.
That's why I
love when he grabbed Jinwoo. Jinwoo was kind of being a dick.
Yeah,
let's not lie. He kind of is a dick.
He is a dick. Yeah.
But like he's like, can you thank me for saving all these people? And I think Jinwoo was expecting him to be like, the guy was like, you're absolutely right. Thank you. And, and then Jinwoo was like, no. That was kind of mean to me.
Yeah, that was funny. What a great shot though of like what are the S ranker eyes going off in his too. It's like it was cool to see like a clash between the two. I
love the eyes thing.
Yeah, the eyes is really does add so much to the show. Yeah. His movements too. It's nutty. He's so pissed that he only got a knife out of this whole encounter.
Oh, that was so funny.
He was so mad about
that. That was so difficult.
He wanted that elf.
Oh,
I
forgot.
Badly.
That's what he was really mad about.
Yeah, the elf would not submit to him. Mm-hmm. That was hilarious.
And I did like I was gonna say is it's one of those shows that like we got so much hype behind it in the first season. I was like, the first season really good, and I was like, I wonder what this like season. I'm already like, this is why everyone was so hyped about it, and everyone right now is saying is like, yeah, the last episode's good, but wait for next episode, it's even better. And I'm like, what the fuck?
How?
I mean, more story driven and stuff, but like the action, like they said, like the animation's gonna be even better next episode, which I'm like. The animation was sick in this.
Animation was.
They're doing hand-to-hand combat so well.
Yeah, they really are. And that's like his movements too when he's going at hyper speeds. What was one more thing that I really enjoyed? Oh yeah, what is it? It's his like really interesting storyline to me is that as he gets stronger and works his way up and everything, his apathy towards killing humans is getting like more intense.
Yes, yeah. Because
he did not even give a. He was in the mirror. He's concerned about it.
He countered it, but like, yeah, that's I think that's going to be a good talk of the show.
I can't wait.
I was talking to some people outside the podcast about it, John and Alex, and we're here, and they're like, maybe he turns evil, and I was like, yeah, I mean, if every time he kills a human and the system he's pushing and he turns evil, that'd be really interesting and actually a well-written way of turning evil instead of just going, I'm Eren Yeager, I'm bad now because I'm dumb.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Our annual, just, not annual, our weekly just hating on Attack on Titan.
Yeah, of course. It's terrible.
Attack on Titan season 4.
The final season was awful. Every part of it.
John's rewatching Attack on Titan. He's like, I'm telling you, dude, it's a masterpiece. And I was like, season 1 through 3, masterpiece.
Yes, they are.
Season 4 was written by a middle schooler.
Yep, facts. Season 4 sucks.
Yeah, anyways. Solo Leveling is awesome. I do like the little, it seems like his sister's friend is into him, or sister's classmate is into him. I did like how the kid, who I can't wait to be in the show more because I love that guy.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's just like same Mike Gamesy to
he's a gooner.
Jim Woo's Frodo. Yeah. But he's just like, she's underage, and I was like, wow, is that pointed out in an anime?
What?
Finally.
No way. Well, it's like it's Korean, right? So maybe they actually have a standard, but I don't know about that.
But anyways, great show, fantastic. I say we move on to the next show, which I think is number 2 show, in my mind at least, Shangri-La Frontier.
Oh, it's my number 2.
Season
2.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my number 2 as well. Well, low key, there are weeks where this week I was like, Soul Leveling is lucky it had such a good episode this week because this week Shangri-La Frontier was almost my number 1 anime.
Yeah, Shangri-La Frontier. First of all, I think we've been on this train. I'm not going to say we were on it first because it was all over Anime Con and stuff like that. But I finally saw a post today for the first time where someone was like, "Everyone's sleeping on Shangri-La Frontier." 100% agree. It is easily the most criminally underrated anime in the last 3 years.
Agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. It is fire. It's so much fun to watch. It's got there's no boring bad parts in it.
This episode was ridiculous. First of all, Armageddon was an insane attack.
Yes,
any anime attack is insane when they're just like, you know what's going to happen? We're going to take all the color out.
Yep.
It's going to be black and white, like when Luffy punched a celestial dragon.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
I loved that. And just the twin catastrophe powers coming in and mixing.
Catastrophe and
Calamity? Apocalypse,
thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when those, it was, and then that scene cut where it's just like hitting Langon, hitting Langon, and then this Langon splits into. When I was like, oh, we'll rewatch that.
Yeah. That's so true. That's so true. Rewatch that for sure.
There was
that, and then the Ninja Girls. Fireball Jutsu.
I did not think that when she did that, I was like, I rewatched that 5 times because I thought it was just badass as fuck.
It was awesome.
I didn't think I was going to see a cooler thing this episode, and then of course the Attack Master went off. But that when she just started screaming fireball like that, she her scream and the fireball happens. I was like, I love this mechanic. This is awesome. I just think I like that. I think I never really thought about it, but I really like when it happens. I don't have any other examples. I know what happens though when like an anime girl just starts screaming like that for an attack, like that echoing scream.
Kind of like Black Canary. Canary.
Yeah, a little bit like that, almost like a war cry sort of thing. I think that's awesome. As this entire show. Yeah, Black Canary.
Black Canary.
Black Cat.
Black Cat. Yeah. What did you say? Black Cat.
Black Cat. So I'm here.
Yes. That video is, I wish, Jacko, I think his name, he did play all Spider-Man games, put it out a week ago or something like that.
Yeah.
I think the YouTuber's name is Jacko. I think it was.
Sure.
I'll look it up. He does a thing, and he's a big fan of Black Cat, as we all should be.
As we all should be.
Same thing with Black Canary. Big fan of hers, too.
Big fan of hers.
Green Arrow, you're really lucky on that one.
Oh, yeah, yes. You're lucky you're rich. Yeah.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that attack was awesome. And especially, the backstory was so cool, too, how she just, happened to come across a dragon. It happened to be Seagram, one of the colossi.
I know.
Yeah. First of all, great dragon name.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
he taught her, right?
No. So I think the mechanic, the way it works, is that the first dragon attack you see in the game, it imprints into onto your character. So she got lucky because I could be wrong about this, but my understanding is that she just saw him do the attack, and it was the first dragon attack she saw while playing the game. Because that's why they pointed out she'd only been playing for a month. so she hadn't had time to go see other dragon breath things. So she just ran into Seagram. She just ran into Seagram out of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Siege
I like that.
Yeah.
Is it Seagram? I thought it was
Seagworm.
Seagworm.
Because like worm, like dragon.
Yeah. Worm.
Even though it's a proper dragon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But then the Armageddon attack though was just like one of those. If this was Dragon Ball Z, that attack would have taken like 20 episodes to go off. It took like 3, I think.
Yeah. No,
2.
2.
She started charging it last week.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, and everything like that. Regardless, I was like, this attack better be sick. Like, and they nailed it.
Yeah, they did. The art style is crazy.
We'll probably really won't see that attack again for a long time either.
I highly doubt that.
Maybe next time they fight Lycagon, because this entire time I was like, they're gonna beat Lycagon.
Yeah, me too.
Like you're like, okay, I thought this storyline would last longer, but that's fine.
That's
whatever.
fine. There's other Colossi.
Then lo and behold, they pulled the rug right from under us, and we all reacted just like Rengoku. That's multiple things. Senraku.
Yep.
We all reacted. We're like, what?
What just happened? The eyes in the sky there were that was like I was up there. I was like, what the hell's going on? And they explained it, of course, anime, thankfully.
Thank God.
That Lycagon was remote controlling its clones from miles away, wherever it could be. And I was like, yes, you are a better Colossi than I thought you would be. That's fantastic. That's
really interesting.
That's so good. Yeah, they're just fighting shadow clones this entire time.
I know.
That's all they were doing.
It really is awesome.
That's fucked.
That is really fucked. And also just so interesting.
It really, yeah, right? It's like, what's the game?
Yeah, it's just like, it's like one of those things that's, because he didn't really have any phases. So that was like, she didn't have any phases, so it kind of threw me off there for a second.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Usually there's phases. No, maybe not always, but there's phases with
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
The Tomb Guard there. I can't remember.
Yes, he went through 4.
Yeah, what's his first
Weatherman.
Weatherman, Tomb Guard. Yeah. And I feel like that's gonna be a thing. Because why would you not have that be a thing?
Yeah, it makes sense for bosses.
Yeah,
like it's just a normal thing. Unless unless this was technically it's for her first phase.
Oh, maybe it is.
And then like this because they got the quest for it.
They got the quest, and
he
just got
quest.
bit by whatever the animated cartoon
yeah.
wolf, which
I don't know what that's about. I forgot about that. I can't wait to find it.
I did love it. He's like, it's finally gone. I was like, that's definitely not
There's
gone.
no way.
It's a dungeon crawler called trying to get pants.
Yep, exactly.
Where it's just like the game is not giving you the pants because and you're not going to have it gone because the showrunners know we don't want you to lose it.
No, we want you to have that on. It's pretty much your armor at this point. Like keep a hold on it,
Yeah.
So that was that I forgot about that thing. I'll be so interested to see what that is.
Yeah, very.
Because like after that intense fight, it's like comedic relief. Really, okay, interesting to see. Another thing that happened in this episode that was fantastic was the bunnies are fire. All of them are.
Yeah, the little samurai one.
Yeah, when they were going through that whole whatever lines he had this great line after she cast the fire to see Lycagon. He was like, that's enough light for me. The eyes of my heart have seen you, Night Emperor. I was like, okay, this is awesome. It's tiny samurai bunny.
Yeah, the bunnies do. Pretty much all the bunnies do rock. Literally, the shyster one.
I know. Yeah.
B is always great. Making because she's a what's it called? Some kind of blacksmith, a celestial blacksmith. Or like that.
Okay, yeah,
I think it's celestial.
Sure.
I think. And then Amul, obviously.
Amul is fantastic, yes.
Amul and Senraku. Literally, it is funny. We were talking about it outside the podcast, but this is like Dungeon Crawler Carl, pretty much.
Yeah.
Except less graphic and
less stakes.
Less stakes and way less intense. But it's like the leveling up system. You got a really good, like, Senraku, Carl, Amul, Donut.
Like, fantastic.
Because, like, it's just like, when Amul and Senraku together, I'm just like...
Good. Fantastic.
What a team.
Yeah, you're amazing. Team. You're so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that Mool was there and do Mana Shaker. But yeah, overall, this was
when Senraku did his special attack there, the super bomb magical.
I totally forgot about that, just because all the other characters in my mind did something cooler than what he did.
Yeah. His wasn't really that cool.
No, it just exploded.
I imagine it's cool for anything else because it takes a week to charge.
Yeah, so. That was wild. Yeah, the charge attack was cool. It just it was a big ball of light.
It was against like crazy attacks, like Armageddon and I don't know Fireball Jutsu.
Yeah,
it was a
Fireball Jutsu. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it was. It really was. So that was
purposely shouting out to Naruto with it.
Yeah. Well, he had.
They did substitution with logs.
That was great. Yeah,
they're shouting out to Naruto.
And then he had the robot. Did it hit Lycagon? Is that what it did?
Oh, what did the robot do? Yes, it cut his leg.
Yeah. Knocked Lycagon down finally.
Yeah.
for a second
to get the Armageddon attack on. And then did kill it.
Technically, yes.
Yes.
10
well, kind of. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. And it's going to be really
Dissolve the clone.
Very, very good episode. Very, very good episode. Can't wait. And I did see this season is 24 episodes.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go.
Yes. So,
back to some good old formula.
I was disappointed. I just want it to be like Black Clover.
Never stop.
I was Shangri-La Frontier could be like that.
It could be like that.
Listen, it's one of the few shows we watch that there's a good amount of CGI, and I don't care.
Yeah, no, it looks good still. Yeah. Like, remember when he fought the Crystal Scorpions? Like that, I was like, it didn't even phase me. They were
5 years ago, me and you would have been like, bah!
Bad, terrible.
But now I'm just like, well, yeah, it makes. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's cool. Looks good enough.
They know. It's like I'm finally watching Fire Force, and one of the things I've noticed in Fire Force is they a lot of times do scenes where it doesn't show the character's lips moving, so it's like still stuff and like good, like, dramatic angles. But I'm like, you're just doing this, so like you don't have to animate, or like the characters won't be animated so great, so they don't have mouths, so you can't really see. And I'm like, I don't really care because you're saving your budget all for just the fights, so it's fine.
True, it makes sense. Yeah.
So it's like you want to CGI Scorpions, that's fine because you didn't CGI Lycagon once.
Yeah, that's really true. Yeah, Lycagon was that dog. That it was the wolf the entire time, all animated.
I think there's like CGI like the purple stuff around it kind of sometimes.
Maybe, yeah.
But that's whatever.
Yeah, who cares about that?
Yeah, but
Lycagon's cool.
Great.
Oh no, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're like 12 episodes in right now, or
time flies with this show.
Or 8, or I'd have to look.
Time flies.
But the next arc looks awesome with the Kraken and everything like that.
Know,
So can't wait to see in these characters. And it looks like there's a ton of characters in the. Oh, by the way,
Opening's fire.
I was gonna say for this year,
it's up there. It's up there.
I mean, currently in this run, now that we're in the new year, I mean, about all openings, that's probably the best one.
Probably the best one. Let me think. Yeah, Soul Lovings, Sakamoto Days,
I don't know what we're talking. Yeah, Sakamoto Days, yeah.
Dragon Ball Daima is good.
I did not watch Zenshu's opening. Could be good. It was
fine.
Yeah, Dragon Balls is good, but
but
I do think Shangri-La Frontier is the best.
Yeah, I think
the only thing I don't like about it is I'm like, all right, we got to calm down on doing non-anime openings because it's different. It's a different music. It's a different style of music.
Okay.
And like those are the ones that have been really popular of late.
Yes.
Dan, Mashal.
Yes.
JJK.
Oversaturation.
Yeah, and then what's going to happen is all these are going to get popular, and then everyone's going to try to do one, and it's like, yeah, just let the masterpieces come out as masterpieces.
Yeah.
And then stick to the traditional
formula.
ones. Yeah. But anyways, let's move on to Sakamoto Days. Yes. So when this episode's coming out, which is a Saturday, Sakamoto Days episode 2 will be out, but we are behind. Yes. Life is busy. We're just going to review episode 1, but it is going to be part of the which would be good anyways, because next week we'll get to review it again.
Yeah.
First episode. This show's going to be awesome.
Premise is amazing.
Yeah.
Characters are fire in it. I love all of them. I think they're all such good characters so far. And the premise is wild. Like, I didn't really know I knew he was an assassin and all this stuff going into the show, but I just you never know exactly why he gives up his life and all that stuff as an assassin, becomes a shopkeeper. I love it. And then the reasoning is just like, he met the prettiest girl he ever saw.
The love of his life.
Love at first sight. Love at first sight. And he was like, well, I'm done. And then he quit and got fat.
Yeah. I do like, I was worried. So like one of those things, obviously, if you are a fan of the podcast, you know that me and Davis are about physical fitness.
You know, baby.
So like, having a main character be really fat, it's kind of like, but I do like that they draw him that he's still muscular.
Oh yeah.
Like his arms are still like, boof.
He's not jacked.
Underneath that fat is
there's a lot of muscle there.
And I should look up the young character's name.
I don't know his name. The clairvoyant kid. Yeah. Isn't his name just clairvoyant? No. Clairvoyance? Isn't that his assassin's name?
Is that his assassin's name?
Wasn't his name just clairvoyance?
I don't know. Shin. That's much easier.
What's his assassin's name?
Did they have assassin names?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, isn't Taro's, that's my character. Isn't his the deadliest assassin? The legendary assassin.
Yeah, I think it's the legendary assassin. Yeah,
it's a terrible name.
It's such a bad one.
Let me look it up.
Yeah. But
I don't want to look up too much because I don't want to bump.
100% makes sense. Yeah. While we're doing that, yeah, I'm just opening, like...
Yeah, clairvoyant.
Clairvoyant? Yeah, what a bad name.
Yeah, it's just his ability.
That's like...
Which I did find hilarious, because, like, it starts out, he's, like, already reading minds, and I was like, what? And we were watching with Cody, who's been on the podcast, and he's like, oh, yeah, there's superpowers in this world. I was like, what?
Works for me.
I love it.
Fits the premise well enough, and somehow Sakamoto is still... Or what's it, Toro?
Toro Sakamoto, yeah.
Toro, yeah. I'm going to call him Sakamoto. Sakamoto is still...
Well, technically, if we had, his daughter's last name is Sakamoto, his wife's last name is Sakamoto.
So Sakamoto is, he just...
That's what you would call him if you met him.
Sakamoto?
Yeah, that's a proper way to call him.
Sakamoto.
Yeah, because it'd be rude to call him Taro right off the rip.
That makes sense, yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying, sorry? It's crazy how powerful he is.
Yeah, it's crazy how powerful he is. In a world of superpowers, he's just so much better than everybody.
I wonder if he has one or he just doesn't have one.
If it's anything, it's super strength, because he was shooting those little balls,
oh,
gun drops at him at lightning fast speeds there.
That was awesome.
That was sick, right?
First of all, the start of it, when Shin goes to shoot him, and then he just immediately spits the gumball to... And I like how they did this, because at first I was like, what's a gumball going to do? But it showed how it just slightly deflected it.
Trajectory.
Yeah.
Trajectory. Holy moly.
Deflected it, yeah, slightly. Which was great. And also great meme. I think someone said it to the group chat. So it's like when the D&D party tries to attack the shopkeep, who's like a level 20 retired barbarian.
Yeah, that is what he is though. Like,
oh yeah,
he's a final boss of that area.
Yeah, that
much.
last sequence when he's taking out that gang is awesome.
Oh yeah, with and just using. It's gotta be. He's just playing with them too, because he's using store materials. He has an entire arsenal. Badass as shit, by the way. And
all he brought was a stun gun.
And all he brought was a stun gun. And then everything else, he was just using pencils at one point to block bullets, which, okay. But other than that, like...
He's that good.
He is that good. He's Sakamoto.
It looks like it's going to be a great balance of, like, wholesome family.
Yes.
And, like, badass action.
And comedy on top of all that, too. It's like...
I actually want to see when this manga came out.
When he was walking in there to kill him, it was super serious, and like you knew Sakamoto obviously wasn't gonna die, but it was the kid was super serious, and the scene in the field was super serious, and like the idea of an assassin walking past the, wife and child of the guy he's about to kill was intense.
Yeah.
And he gets in there, takes the shot, and then the gumball scene happens, and you're just like, this is hilarious, because like it literally is like it cuts the entire theme of what's going on right now, and it was great. It was such a great transition, and Sakamoto absolutely bodies the kid.
It's also like, what do you think he was gonna?
I know. He's the legendary assassin. Like, just because he's pudgy now doesn't mean he's not like still skilled as all get out. Mm-hmm. When clairvoyant there, Shin saw like skinny Sakamoto underneath all the fat, he was like, yeah, I'm screwed. I'm cooked. I'm done. Yeah. But it was like I really like Shin. I think he's a great character. Just like. His fanboyness over Sakamoto was amazing, first off. Just like, you're the greatest assassin.
He was his mentor, which I did enjoy.
Yeah, that's true. And then like the sheer like, hey, I'll trade myself for him, guys, if you let him go. That was wild. I love characters that do that. And genuinely too. And then of course, like, he's clairvoyant, so none of what, like, obviously that wasn't going to work, but he was like, I had to try, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, I love the guy who's just like, dude, what an idiot, we're going to kill him anyways. It's like, and then he's like, oh crap, why did I think that? I was like, you're so dumb.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Side note, just above my head, it's not a spoiler, but like, if you haven't seen Squid Games, pause, skip this part. I meant to do time lapse. I'll do it. I'll do the time lapse. But it's an episode whenever. But that kind of thing happens where like these two guys have to play a game against each other, and the one guy like sacrifices himself. I'm always like, what a good guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
But anyways, that's awesome. I love how wholesome the family is. Like when the kid wakes up after being knocked out, when Shin wakes up and he's like wearing the shirt.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that scene. That was great.
Like, it's like the greatest food ever. And she's like, that's what he said too, which is like, this is why he's fat.
Yep. Yes. I do love the digs too, of just like he's wearing a shirt that says retired on it to really drive home that point. Mm-hmm. That was great.
And then does one of the shirts say skinny or something?
I think so, yeah.
And of course the family's going to be super wholesome and awesome. It's just like, so the reason I looked up, Spy X Family came out in 2019, the manga.
Okay.
And then this came out in 2020. I imagine there was some inspiration behind it. Probably not. I don't know, because you probably just don't write. These probably takes years to write.
If it dropped in 2020,
yeah,
it's Spy X Family, so probably not then.
Yeah, probably
because it probably took him a hot minute to write. Probably at least a year.
But it's nice to see like these like it's fun these like wholesome but like also badass shows.
Yeah,
with like a family and stuff, and adults.
That's true. It's very and adults. Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be really good, and the manga was very popular, so it's definitely gonna be really.
I enjoy how he doesn't talk too much too.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fun.
I like that being.
It's all just the mind memories and stuff in there,
and like how like Shin is just like the kid's like, "What did you do before this?" And he's like, if you tell him, I'll kill you.
Yeah, Cody said, maybe we'll see this in the show. Cody was saying that they're like, oh, they watered that down a little. Usually when he,
but he did it earlier in this show.
Yeah, when he stabbed him. Like, what do you mean? Wait.
Like, he showed, like, when Shin walked in, like, that was, like, a bubble popped up, and it was, like, the first thing. He's like, why is the first thing you think of killing me?
So maybe it'll be later in the show that they start showing, like, it's supposed to be that, like, every time Shin's about to do something assassin, like, he reads Sakamoto's mind, and it's just a bubble of him getting horribly dismembered and killed.
That's hilarious. But very good show. Excited for the next episode and everything.
Yeah. And also just a good message show, just, like, instead of killing people, have a nice, wholesome family.
Yeah.
That's all everyone really wants.
Oh, yeah. And have your convenience store also be a armory with thousands and thousands of guns, which I'm really glad he's still
like. I'm glad he's still an assassin, sort of like he's not killing people anymore, but like
he's definitely killed a bunch of those guys.
Yeah, he definitely did. Oh yeah, 100%. I was thinking that during the episode. It's like there's no way any of this is like the 80% of that was lethal.
Yeah,
like
it's like Yor from
Spike's
Family. She's killed so many people.
Yes, but she kills people. Oh, when she kicks people and like in broad daylight and they don't.
No, die. I'm saying like she actually like it's like
she's a murderer.
That's why I like it's like when you have this fun wholesome show, which we're gonna get in Sakamoto Days, you kind of just like glance over that and you're like, oh my god, wait a minute. If you really think about it, Yours like she
murders a lot of people.
She kills a lot. Of people.
There's a lot of like stuff they blur out as she's like brutally eviscerating people.
Yeah. So, anyways, great show.
Love it.
Let's
great
pickup. Then there's another new pickup. It's called Zenshu. Zenshu.
I think it's SHU. So Zenshu.
Zenshu. Yes. I saw little trailers for it here and there. It's not at all what I expected it to be.
No.
In any sense of the word.
No.
And honestly, when it started, I feel like this is gonna be an underrated show for sure.
I think so.
When it started, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. And at the end of the first episode, I was like, I really like this.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
I hope they don't do that formula every single episode.
Yeah, because it seems like they were going for the first two. Because like it
might just be a first two thing.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because like the magical girl transformation that she does to go into her chair, love that. Keep that every time.
Oh, that should
be
like
every time she draws. I want her to do that
every single.
But
time.
Yeah, they definitely use the same frame almost when she was like drawing to like. Sorry, how do I explain this? When she fought the bug things or the red monster things the first time, it was that sequence of her in the chair drawing and like the rainbow coming out around her. Mm. They definitely just reused that from the same angle, just change the background to day, which is like fine. I would like to see something a little different, maybe something from the side or something like that. Some jazz.
I just think like also too like literally the first episode and the second episode are like almost the same. It's just like. Big bad situation.
Yes.
How do we get out of it? Use your magical powers now. Like, I hope she doesn't use her ability every episode.
Yeah, I hope it's not the Deus Ex Machina every time. Yeah. I want her to like I don't know. I want someone to disrupt her drawing if she get fucked up or something like that.
I do like how she can't draw the same thing twice.
That's fine. Yeah.
That is really cool, and has to be creative.
Yes.
Which is another interesting like solo level like thing. It's like, what is this thing?
Yeah. What's going on here? Her. They could have picked a pencil. They could have picked a stylus. No, they pick like the pad of paper, the thing that holds it together.
The thing that holds it
I was like, what? This must be some cultural thing that I'm missing. This must be a very important thing for animators.
Maybe
because I'm just like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Like, why would you use this?
I do like how she has to animate a scene too. I do think that's
pretty
cool.
fun.
Like she just can't animate something, and it's just like she has to like really be detailed on it. I really think I love the way the drawing stuff looks.
Me too.
It looks so different than the rest of the world.
That first monster that came out that she drew, that is 100% inspired by Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Ever seen that movie?
No.
Dude, Studio Ghibli, I think you would like it a lot.
Well, I wonder if everything she draws is maybe inspired.
That's possible. But like the big, it's got the same stance, same facial features as one of the monsters.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And the monster in it shoots a laser beam almost the same way it did. Oh. It shoots one. That one, the one in the show shot 3. Oh, but, yeah,
interesting.
I was like, I saw that. It's like that's 100% Nausicaa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like the hair. I was worried about the hair thing, but it seems like it's like going to be one of those things. The more she gets comfortable in this world and blah blah blah, blossom. More
we'll see her face.
Because like in this episode, there was one point where she actually had to tie it up because Luke Braveheart. Love that.
Excellent naming.
Love it. It's just
I do
right on the nose. And first of all, that crew's awesome. He's a great character. Love how she gets isekai'd to this new world, which you're like, okay, here's another one. I like the premise in this one is that it was a movie she loved.
Yeah.
And so she knows what happens.
Yeah.
So it's like, how does that change things?
How does that change the story? Well, it's already like, she kept the horse thing, the unicorn horse thing alive, which is a person, but in horse form. You understand that? Okay, remember every time it cuts to Luke, like, in the first episode when she's like, the stupid horse thing dies.
Yeah,
and it cuts to Luke holding some pink-haired chick.
Yeah.
I think that's what she really looks like.
But I thought it was a boy.
It keeps
He there's like one scene where he's like hanging with
he
ladies.
he does call it or she does call it a he constantly. Could be a lady boy. I don't know.
But I don't think that thing is the one person he's holding. I don't think that is the unicorn. I think you're talking about how he got so upset the unicorn died.
Yes.
She mentioned that is the start of Luke's downfall.
Right.
Yeah, and I think
you think that final scene is actually
I think that's like
his end of his downfall. I thought we don't know. Like I don't think it's the end
of his downfall, but I think it's like another big moment.
I thought the way it was progressing was linear. Like that was a scene where where the unicorn died.
No, because she still sees the scene. She saw it in this episode.
What do you mean?
She still sees that scene of him holding the dead body. That she saw.
Wasn't that in reference to the unicorn dying?
No, that was in reference of like I can't let this happen to him.
Good point.
I think the unicorn dying was like the catalyst of like it all happening. That unicorn is fucking hilarious.
It is. The unicorn is fire. Her and the unicorn are fire.
Absolutely.
When she grabs with the horn, starts spinning it. I love it. And the unicorn's like an insane mage. I don't know.
Insane.
I do love that. I'm a sucker for magic circles and chanting, and and they got both of them. And I'm like, this is awesome. Yeah. And the black lightning. I was like,
love. I think it's Meryl. I think her name is the elf, the green-haired elf girl who barely has a reaction or anything. Her arrows are awesome.
The wind attack arrow thing. That was so.
Also, every time a void creature dies, it's super cool.
Yeah, we're just like void. Yeah, fantastic. Luke's power kind of basic.
Yeah, I don't know why he's a leader, but
neither do I.
I guess
plot armor.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But
he is badass.
He is badass. He does do great things. I'm just like, I wonder
There's
if
a massive limitation to what he can do.
That's true. I wonder if like one of his friends dies, he becomes a villain or something like that, or despair.
Maybe.
Do that because like that scene, it's giving me mad.
The one where he's like,
it's giving me mad like ReZero vibes. Like this is the crazy eyes and the red and all that stuff. It's giving me mad ReZero vibes.
That is true. I do get
like
that
the craziness. Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to see it happen.
Oh, it's gonna be very, very interesting. I really like the concept. I also like how she gets put in this world and immediately is just like, this is dumb.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, you guys are in a movie or an anime.
Yeah, and they're like, I love how they're like, so you're from this place called reality, where there's these animators. like they think they all think it's like a fantasy. Like, she's like, no, this is a fake world. And they're like, what?
Yeah, no, they can't comprehend it. I like the dynamic she has with them though. Is that like, she's sort of just like, they're just taking her in stride of like, okay, the crazy lady. She's speaking in like, she's pretty much like just speaking. It's like she can see the future or some shit like that. Or like they're not saying that, but they're just like, they're believing her, but they're just like, she's kind of crazy though. So like, don't take everything she says. And I really like the dynamic of she's like not trying to like hide the real world or anything like that. She's just like, yeah, I'm here. It's almost like an isekai mage from a different world. So I'm a mage and I'm here, but I'm isekai and I'm just gonna enjoy it. I know what happens. I like it.
I like how she's like, I want to get home. Like,
yeah.
That's
why though?
I think she didn't hate her life.
Really? You don't think she hated her life?
No, I mean she was super successful. She was having writer block.
Maybe that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But it was interesting that like the one bartender was her boss because her boss was a producer on the show. Mm-hmm. It's like A Tale of Whispers or something. I can't remember what the name of the movie was. Remember when she goes to the bar and the fox like thing looks like her old boss?
Yes, I do remember. Yes.
Yeah, and she points out because her boss was a producer on the movie.
So they put her as a background character. Yeah,
you put her as a background character. That was really funny. It's gonna be it's a fresh premise. I think it's a fresh.
I'm interested to see. Yeah, I'm interested to see. The magical girl transformation is amazing.
It's one of those things where like this is animated pretty well, and then you're like and I think, as Cody said, he's like, I love it. I can see how the animators don't get to see their family. That's when you know. You can feel, you're like, ooh, these animators were worked to the bone.
Yes, they don't have lives. They sleep at their company.
Yes, very good. Now, the last one, Dragon Ball Daima.
Dragon Ball Daima.
This episode rocks. I love the show. Honestly,
it's great. It's a vibe.
I think it's a great show.
Yeah.
Recently, I saw another anime podcast, clearly not correct, gave it a 3 out of 10.
Why? What? Why?
Because they're idiots. They're wrong. Dumb. This show's awesome. Fun.
Yeah, it's a great time. What do you everyone. Dragon Ball is the precursor to Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z wouldn't exist if Dragon Ball wasn't so good.
That's
if
true.
Kid Goku wasn't so much fun to watch.
Kid Goku.
And guess what? Great. While this obviously is not Dragon Ball, I'm sure original Dragon Ball is equally as or better than what we're watching right now. But Kid Goku's in this,
definitely,
and he's amazing.
Vibe, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, it's a different vibe, but like, I still have to watch. I will one day watch old Dragon Ball, but not now. And I was like, Dragon Ball, Kid Goku is amazing.
Kid Goku, they're all great. I love this episode. This episode's another just great one where, honestly, so the guy's complaints that they're like the only good thing is like the fighting. I was like, that's like not even the best part. First of all, here's the scene I absolutely love, which I always love these scenes, is when Bulma's like, I'm the only one who can't fly. And whoever that weird dude, I can't remember his name is, who's just like, oh, does that mean I'm going to have to carry you? That guy's hilarious. That alien's hilarious. Who just talks like an idiot all the time. Yep. It's like, literally to Glorio, he's like, you seem gloomy, but you're cool.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's like, am I going to have to carry you? And then she's like, no, Vegeta is. He's like, obviously. And I'm like,
as Vegeta's blushing.
There, well, also, it's like, I just love things like, it's like, this mofo hates everything.
Yeah.
But Bulma.
But Bulma. But is the lady.
Yeah, he hates everything but Bulma.
Yep, that's his gal. Yeah. He's a happy camper with
Kid
her.
Vegeta and Kid Goku are just like...
oh, they're amazing.
Yeah,
they're amazing. Somehow Vegeta's scowl became like, aw, aren't you adorable now? Like, it's so funny.
I love how Kid Piccolo just looks like Piccolo now.
Yeah, it has not changed at all. It's like, it doesn't change at all. His like features are a little less defined, but that's about it.
Also, I love how we got like this version of the Ginyu Force.
I was literally thinking that when I saw them.
Oh,
I was like,
definitely that's what it is.
It's just a less diverse Ginyu Force.
That's what it is. It's the Gendarmerie.
Okay.
Which actually I had to look up how to say that word.
Really?
Yeah, well, because like they say it in the show, but it's like it's Japanese people trying to say things.
Yeah.
Like it's a French word actually, because
really?
it's French military police.
Okay, sure.
So
interesting.
Makes sense that would be the name of this group.
I'm interested to see what they can do.
Get their butt kicked.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they're gonna get their cheeks clapped so hard.
They were like scared when they're like when Supreme Kai's brother, I can't remember his name. But he's like they beat Majin Buu and the Tiamats or whatever. The thing's protecting the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, the Takagamis. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. And they're like, clearly he's joking. And they're like, that's be an exaggeration. There's no way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these guys are screwed.
They're in so much trouble. I think they're gonna get their butts whooped. And I'm here for it. I'm very excited for it.
They had the random convenience store shopping scene.
Yeah, where they ran.
Thank God the
Demon
Demon World has a convenience store.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dumb booze.
The dumb booze. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, the one's good at counting numbers.
Yeah. I actually was so happy the booze ended up like that.
Me too.
Because I was so worried. I was like, what? That'd be so dumb if you just like this one's stronger than Majin Buu.
Yeah. No, they're actually weaker.
And just like
dumb
boobs.
Dumbs. They're such boobs. They're absolute boobs.
Actually, I'm really enjoying this. Like majority of the things in Demon World is just boobs.
They are so
like
stupid.
Goma is ridiculous.
Yeah.
King Goma.
There's like yeah, exactly. There's like 3-4 regular people in Demon World, and the rest of them are just like cartoons pretty much the entire time.
And then you got the thing with the old Namek there, like set up the.
He's very interesting. I'm like, wow, you've done a lot in this world, man.
I know.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
Lo and behold, he's Shinra the entire time.
That'd be hilarious. Oh, dude, that might be it.
Fuck that, really?
I don't know. That might be it. That's a good call. I don't know. He might be the dragon the entire time. He's the only Namek left there. Maybe he's the dragon. I don't know. That's a good call. I don't know. That might be it. I don't know.
If that ends being it, I'm gonna die laughing.
Yeah, that could be it. That's a good one. Because why is he so powerful?
He is
like he
like, created a barrier that no one could break.
Yeah, and he went through 3 different worlds.
Yeah.
That might be it. That might be it. I don't know, man. That might be it. Yeah.
Maybe he is Shinra.
That's hilarious.
His power was weird because it was like dark red.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and even Piccolo pointed out it's like no other Namek could do what you did.
That's a good point. He did point that out. Maybe I nailed it right there.
Maybe I nailed it. Yeah, that'd been great.
That's going to be hilarious.
That'd be so
That is what
fun.
it is now.
Yep, that 100%. 100%.
There's nothing else.
He's the demon world Shinra.
He might be. Wow. I like how I said that and you were like, Piccolo did point that. I was like, no, Namek could do that.
Yeah.
I do love that scene though. One thing I love about that scene is like Goku extends his stick, which I wish I could remember the staff names. Don't come at me for that. And it shocks him. And they're like, Goku! And then, he walks up and he starts doing the thing and everyone's just like, oh, Goku's falling, whatever.
He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He woke up. He's fine.
Goku.
It's Goku.
Like Vegeta easily could have been like,
yeah, no problem. Yeah. They could have caught him.
Vegeta's probably like, finally.
Yeah. That'd been good. No, Goku, you've been fine. No, idiot. I did like how I was just like, what was her? What's her name? What's the demon girl that's traveling with Pansy? She's like, you'll die if you touch that. And then of course Goku just kind of hurt.
Yeah, I know.
He gets a little crispy for a second, and he's fine. So I just like the demon world. The demon world ain't shit. It has no power over anyone from the real world, pretty much.
Except for the only thing was which I hope we get to see.
Maybe Mr. Satan.
What? Yeah. and Yamcha. But is I like how they go to the Megalith Island or whatever. That was really cool. And but there's a Gigalith Island. So those things, I guess. Which I don't know where they're fitting in this realm.
Neither do I.
I love how the first realm sucks.
Yeah.
It's like a desert, horrible wasteland.
It's trash. It's so bad. And that's where like a good portion of the demon realm lives.
Yeah, like the high fancy ones.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, ugh.
I can't wait to see all these guards get absolutely bodied.
Me too. They're absolutely useless. It's you brought an army to fight in this area, gods. So you're done. You're done. Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Goku
they defeated your strongest robot warriors.
I know.
Like
with no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
With no problem. I don't think Goku and Super Saiyan 1 or 2. Against them. And then
I don't even know if Goku can go Ultra Instinct in this mode.
I don't think Ultra Instinct exists in this world yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. It doesn't. Because
I don't think.
Yeah. No, this is way before.
Because I don't think the events of Super happen yet. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
because Beerus is in it, isn't it? No, Beerus is not in it.
Super Saiyan God mode
would have happened in Super. I don't think Super exists.
Yeah, I don't think Super exists. This is all before that.
Yeah, because I don't think Beerus is on it. Beerus wasn't in the first episode, right?
No.
So yeah, Beerus isn't on this planet yet.
This is right after they beat Majin Buu. So
yeah, so this is prior to Super. This is like an Elseworld sort of thing going on right now.
But he only won like Super Saiyan, I think, 1.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So it's always confusing with Super Saiyan 1 and 2. Super Saiyan 2 just sort of has nicer hair, and I never really know. They're the exact same thing. They're the exact same thing.
It's really hard to tell.
Yeah,
it's really hard to tell when they're kids.
Slightly better haircut.
Yeah, when they're kids, it's super hard to tell.
Yeah, exactly. And then Vegeta won Super Saiyan 3 to beat up the
which I was really glad about that. Give Vegeta the win.
Yeah, he needs it. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves it. So, yeah, that army is toast. They got nothing. Oh,
you know what?
Laser beams here.
I'm leaning on again. Screw that show for giving this a 3 out of 10. What a bunch of losers. This show rocks. This show rocks. Every time we talk about it, it's just like, I'll watch it. I'm like, oh, what a great time. But when we're talking on the podcast, I'm always like, man, this show is great.
I know.
It's such a good time.
So much fun. It's such a vibe, man. It's such a good time.
And I said, like, it's like when Dragon Ball ends, you're going to look back and you give the show a 3 out of 10. What a dick.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. Yeah. When it's doing so well, too.
Yeah. It's that show. I'm not going to name the name of the show, but the podcast. But they were like, where the guy was like, Dungeon Meshi, which just called Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, the best show this year by far. Once again, great show. No. Not better than Freerun. Get out of here.
Not better than Freerun.
We reviewed Dungeon Meshi too. Delicious in Dungeon. I hate when people call animes Japanese names when they don't need to call it the Japanese name.
I agree
just call it Delicious in Dungeon.
Yes.
That's what everyone calls
it. I will say there are. I'm fine with exceptions when the English name is longer than the Japanese name. So like How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, Dan Maki.
Yeah, that one is fine.
That's fine.
Or like the anime is like,
or like Jobless Reincarnation, Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, Mushoku Tensei.
That was fine. That was really easy to remember.
There's ones that I think like also like when the anime is like universally like we all call it the anime name.
But no one's calling Attack on Titan Shigeki no Kyojin.
Some people do. Or Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. Yeah. I hate that. Just call it Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. It's Demon Slayer. It's so much simpler, and we all know it. You aren't interesting by Googling it.
And also, you're not Japanese.
I know.
You are an American.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to speak the English name.
I know. unreal. But
they make it for us.
Dragon Ball Daima, great show. I'm so glad we picked it up.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It's a blast.
It's like I think it's like one of my favorite like ones that like if we have to watch it because I'm just like, oh, I can just enjoy this.
Yeah, I just get to relax and like watch it happen,
laugh
watch Goku be a gooner every single time. He's such an idiot.
He's such an idiot.
Fantastic.
It's so great. But yeah. Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.